Help, Heather. I keep doing my once a week weigh-in and then sabotaging right after. I have all the best of intentions, and then before I know it, I'm eating the donuts, the cakes, the cupcakes because my weigh-in is done and I feel that sense of relief. So what do I do? Great question, and honestly, this right here is one of the biggest battles I went into my maintenance journey. I was consistent, and you can even probably go back to, I think it was like the Heather Weighs In or something like that, where I was still weighing in every single week in maintenance. And I really had a lot of work to do to break that cycle. I had been in that cycle for more than 18 months while I was losing the weight. I'd go to my once a week weigh-in, felt that sense of relief. Saturday night was my eat all the food night, and then it was like correcting it through the week, right? So I've been in your shoes. I've had to get out of those shoes, and I'm going to talk to you about how to do this. So there's a positive and a negative to a once a week weigh-in. The positive is if you're somebody who can handle that information in stride and you can honestly not put a lot of worth on it, then it's okay. It's just one kind of data point. It generally lets you know if you're moving in the right direction. It doesn't make you be overly weirded out or stressed about the scale. However, that was not me. And I'm going to assume that's not a lot of the people watching this. We are the type of people who want the A++ on the paper. We want to feel we did a really good job. We feel that sense of we just studied our butts off. We just had the final exam. Now we want to chillax, right? That is us. And so because of that, the number one way I found to correct this is to move away from once a week scale weigh-ins. When I let go of attending my weekly weigh-in meeting group and I started weighing myself every day at home, it actually started to improve because there was not that climactic buildup to the once a week weigh-in to then have the massive eat of destruction thereafter. So let's just say you want to still attend, you still like your group, you want to go once a week, visit with your friends, talk weight loss support. What you could simply do, if we're thinking about a point of action, is to begin weighing at home at least 2 more times a week, get something like the Happy Scale app, and focus on your average. When you go to weigh in at your weekly group, tell them you don't want to know. Tell them they can put it in the system, they can print out the little sticker, they can chuck it, but you don't want to know. Letting go of that is huge. When you can let go of that feeling of, oh, I did a good job, I'm down X amount of pounds, or let's reverse that, you're up so many pounds and then you feel cruddy about yourself and then you eat because of that, right? We can go either direction with it. So the point is we have to let go of the importance of that weigh-in. I promise you, this was battle royale for me. I mean, truly it was. It took probably a good 6 months to a year to break that cyclical pattern. It wasn't really an annual pattern, but it was a weekly pattern of weigh in, splurge meal, diet down weekly. And now my eating is so consistent. My weigh-ins are so consistent. I've been so much happier not having that once a week climax to then come back off of. So that would be number one. You don't have to throw baby out with bathwater. You don't have to say, oh, I'm not going anymore. You can just simply say, I'm not going to allow that weigh-in. Another option, move your weigh-in to a day where it doesn't lend itself to you overindulging. So for example, I always had my weigh-ins on Saturday, which was part of the problem, right? Because Saturday night was date night, so it was easy to overconsume. If you know that you've got something going on every Wednesday night, like maybe you go to a church group or you go to a yoga class or something like that, that might be a better time to do it. Another little trick, actually fluctuate your weigh-in day. What I mean by that is we get very routine, right? We say, okay, because you can attend any meeting you want. You can go to any meeting and just sit down and listen, but you can only weigh in once. So let's just say you've been weighing in on Saturday and then you sabotage immediately after. You could choose the next week to go on a Monday in the afternoon, and you might be going, but yeah, Heather, but what does my weigh-in tell me if I'm going at different days and different times? It's about consistency. Yes, because you'll be weighing in at home consistently. So you should be weighing in at home at least 2 or 3 times. This is just one more piece of data as opposed to it being the piece of data. You get what I'm saying? So option 1 would be to continue to go, have yourself weighed in, but ask not to be given the information, weighing in at home and tracking it in the Happy Scale app. Option 2 could be to completely alter the day that you're weighing in and picking a day and time when it doesn't lend itself to you overindulging because you've got other things scheduled, or just the day of the week might make it not as, conducive. 3 would be to go to the meeting you like for the meeting's sake, and then pick any random day of the week, day and time to weigh in, just so you can check the box and say you did it. But in all honesty, you're weighing in at home, tracking it in Happy Scale app, so you actually know your trend. All 3 of these scenarios allow you to start to let go of the feeling of the importance around that weigh-in. It's going to be just another piece of data if you so choose to collect it. But if you do these 3 options, give yourself several months, you'll start to notice a more balanced approach to your weigh-ins. You won't feel that, Last Supper mentality after you weigh in. I hope this helps. Please feel free to discuss more about it below the video because I'm sure others are struggling with this too. You have a great day.